Joe and John here with Hook to Hunt, and John's wife the other day spoiled him a little bit and went out and got him a new toy.
So Joe's been trying to talk me into getting a saddle. I've always been a lock-on guy or a climber guy, but he talked me into buying a saddle. So we went out and we were at the Deer Classic, and my wife spoiled me. We went out, we got a tethered Phantom, I got a Predator platform, I got two cis haulers, I got the whole thing. What we're going to do today is we're going to go through it because I have no idea about it. Joe's got a little knowledge on it, so we're going to go through and open it with you. And Joe's here to answer us if we have any questions.
Yeah, we're going to cover the basics today, so let's jump to it.
We're going to go ahead and start opening this stuff. I'm going to use my knife that I got from the Deer Classic. They were actually giving these away to the first, I don't know how many people that were there and made a purchase. So we're going to open it up. This is a Phantom. So this is the newest saddle that they make, other than the two-panel saddle, the Eberhard series, the Eberhard series. So there's their saddle. So here's our Predator platform that we got. That's going to replace tree stands, guys, right here. That's the future. At least that's what Joe's telling me, so we'll see. So we got our two cis haulers, or I call them saddlebags. And we got our lineman's rope, and our tether.
Alright, so John has his saddle out, and the first thing to do is to attach your cis hauler before you go and start putting your saddle on and everything. It's going to be a lot easier to get through that. So John's going to go through and attach his cis haulers now. He actually has two cis haulers. I think it comes with one.
Oh, you got to buy these separate.
Okay, you buy them separate. I would recommend buying two. It's a lot easier to keep your ropes separate, or if you have extra gear.
Alright, so we're going to open the cis hauler here. And what you do is you actually want to take these, it's got these little clamps here. You take these and you push them through the loops, the molly loops, and it'll sit just like that. So right here.
Alright, let me get now your hand model.
So now I'm a hand model. So and that is what you want when you're done. You want the mollies to turn like that. So then your saddlebag will hang right there. Or your cis hauler. But that's what the final product should look like. We're going to go ahead and do the other side. So I got both cis haulers on. So I'm going to refer to these as saddlebags because that's what I'm going to call them. So if you hear me in the future refer to saddlebags, I'm talking to these cis haulers. So we're going to go ahead and put the saddle on, then we're going to go over and walk over to the tree here.
When you put this on, you're going to step through the bridge and the belt like you just saw John do there.
So when you're putting your leg straps on, always make sure that your J-hook is facing downward. So now we got our bridge and everything adjusted. Alright guys, we got our saddle all adjusted, we got everything tightened up. So we're going to go ahead and fill our saddlebags. We're going to open the tether up, and we're going to open the lineman's belt, and we're going to put those in the saddlebags. So
now one of the reasons why I said you want two cis haulers is because it's so much easier to get to access to the rope you want first. When you have two different cis haulers, you don't have one on top of the other.
You don't want to dig through everything.
Yeah, otherwise you're pulling out one rope and then you get half the other rope that comes out at the same time. And it's just, you end up playing around with a lot of stuff in the tree. You guys all know you don't want to make any extra motion or deal with any of that extra stuff in the tree. Drop a rope.
Here's our lineman's belt.
So, alright. Yep, John just pulled out his lineman's belt. He's going to put that in his other cis hauler.
Get this in this saddlebag, and we'll close this saddlebag up. I got the saddlebags full of everything we need. We're gonna take the Predator platform, we're gonna go hang on the tree and show you guys more in detail on how to use the saddle. So Follow us there.
John, wait! You forgot your climber.
You, Joe. I don't need that.
Come on, man. You like a climber.
Not anymore. Alright guys, so we got the Predator platform. We're going to set it on a tree. Now I do know this, that when you're climbing a tree with a saddle or anything, you always want to climb on the back side of the tree if it's leaning out. If it's leaning that way, you always want to climb up. You never want to climb up the underside. So this tree leans a little bit that way, so we're going to start on the back side. Plus it's a hill, so we're going to be on the uphill side. So you just take that, wrap it right around there, pull that tight. Alright guys, so when you get this on, you want to, it's alright to tighten it so much when it's down, but when you want to snug that in, you want to make sure that that platform is vertical with the tree. So then you get it as tight as you can, and then you'll cam it down, and then she's set. So now it is into the tree. Alright guys, so I'm going to put my lineman's rope on, and I'm going to climb into the platform here. So.
Alright, so John's pulling out his lineman's rope. So this is a safe system to use. The main reason is because when you do climb, you are attached to the tree the whole entire time with the lineman's rope. You got your two carabiners, which he is clipping in on each side. And on his lineman's rope, and I'll zoom in here, he has a Prusik knot, which he can adjust on the tree.
So now I'm hands-free.
Now he's hands-free. Normally you would have your whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So normally at this point, you would have your climbing sticks, and you would climb up, adjusting your lineman's rope at the same time. You're making me nervous. we don't have the climbing sticks out, but he's making me nervous. He's gonna get up here without it. Hopefully he doesn't hurt himself. We might leave this in for your entertainment. All right, he did not nut himself on the Predator platform, which that is good.
So now I'm hands-free.
All right, so John's hands-free with his lineman's rope on, and this is the time where you're gonna pull out your tether. So you get out your tether and you hook up your tether. And once you hook up your tether, you actually can remove the lineman's rope, and once you get it all in position. So this whole entire time you are secured to the tree. And that is why this is a much safer system than a lot of the other systems. Even the ladder stand that's right next to this on the other side of the tree.
The alternative.
Because how many of you guys actually really climb your ladder stands with any type of harness or anything on? You guys probably don't. I don't. I'm sure John doesn't. So, much safer system.
This does away with the safety harness because you're always tied to the tree. So I'm going to take this right here on my Prusik knot, and we're going to tie it to the bridge.
Remember, your bridge is the rope that comes across the front. And he's going to adjust his Prusik knot on the tether to put him at whatever angle he wants to be at. Now, as you're hunting in the tree and you're in the same position, all you guys know that even in a tree stand, you guys get uncomfortable sitting in the same spot for a long period of time. The same thing can go when you're sitting in a saddle. But one thing that is nice is you're going to adjust that Prusik knot at different angles to put different pressure in different areas, and you can move around a little bit. So if you think, I don't know how I can sit in that saddle all day, it's actually pretty comfortable. You just make different adjustments as the hunt goes on to stay comfortable. So if you like this video so far, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I bet you any money if you would have seen John nut himself on that Predator platform, you would have hit that subscribe button.
I wouldn't have. So now I'm in the tree. And I'll tell you what, I was not, when Joe had originally introduced the idea of shooting a saddle, shooting from a saddle, hunting from a saddle, I was not a fan. I'm old school when it comes to that. Give me that tree stand. Not that tree stand. I don't like the double ladder stands. There's too much room. But give me a ladder stand or a lock on, and that's the way to go. But tell you what, this is nice. I mean, my feet are up. I'm down. I'm comfortable.
Even without additional steps around there, you have plenty of range and movement where you can kind of sit off, hug the tree, and hide yourself, like he said. Another great thing about the saddle system is it's extremely lightweight. It's easy to take down, easy to put back up. You do that every time you go out. So it's not like you invest tons of time in setting up a tree stand, trimming all the branches and everything else, and you set up, say you're on public ground, all of a sudden you go and hunt and you find out all the deer are constantly moving just outside your shooting range. You don't have all that time invested in the stand. You can get down out of that tree and go set up 50 yards closer, right where you need to be in whatever tree you need to be in, and you're set to go. So it's an excellent system, very versatile, great for hunting public land you're not familiar with, where you don't want to invest too much time into one spot because you might not know exactly where that deer movement's going to be quite yet. So you got lots of movement around the tree, as John showed you before, and you can hide yourself behind the tree. So it's a great system. This is just the first video we're going to come out with. We're going to come out with a video later that's going to show you the whole climbing process. It's going to show you how to get your bow into the tree stand, different ways that we set up and we actually hang our bows in the tree, and hang the rest of our gear in the tree as well. Hook the hunt, out.
Peace.